Hey there, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Welcome. This is Sun, Moon, Venus, Divine. Thank you guys so much for being here and being patient. New technology today, but also we've had storms all day out here. We've lost power a couple times, and yeah, it's just been generally a very powerful day. So lots of fun energies going around. Let's kind of just jump right into it. Also, thank you for being patient while I cared for and was there for a very close family member the last couple of weeks. And it was my honor, of course, to be there with her, but it's also my honor to have such wonderful subscribers that were patiently waiting for me. So thank you guys again. Let's jump into this. Every week I take a look at your next 7 days, but if your spiritual world comes out, it comes out. We will look at your material world with the Light Seers Tarot first, and then we take a look at your love life. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for checking me out. I do create these candles every week for you guys, specifically my subscribers. They are wish or intention candles, and I leave the intentions to be quite broad so that you can kind of hone in what you really want to bring in. This is for prosperity and abundance. This is for love, and then this is for joy. This was quite a gentle love, though, when I created it. At least that kept coming up. So I just wanted to put that out there. As long as you create your intentions for your highest good and the highest good involved, or of everybody involved, then they will come true. That is the way that my magic works. So let's go, you guys. What is going on for my Virgos in the next 7 or so days in the material world, spirit? Oh, okay, interesting. Next 7 or so days, Virgo, material world, spirit. Okay, the Hermit card, that's your own card, your own energy. It's like higher self-guidance. You could also either be a teacher or be the teacher, or you could be getting guidance from someone. With the Knight of Wands, there is a change coming in, a change of energy, and the Magician card. Mercury energy, which is your ruler as well. 4 of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck, so conserving your own energy. 1 second, you guys. I'm going to take a sip of water. So you kind of showed up for yourself twice here in very powerful ways with the Magician and the Hermit. The Magician is, you know, well, a master magician, a master manifester, but also a master communicator with having the mercurial energy there as well. I do also find a lot of Aries energy in the Magician card, and you know, there's people that are going to fight me on this. First of all, I don't hold a lot of traditional tarot views. I think that tarot is fluid and it's supposed to be progressive as well. But that's whatever, not even the point of this. The point is that the reason, of course, is Aries is the first sign. The Magician is technically the first card. So, and we are in Aries season as well. The Knight of Wands gives me big Aries vibes as well. And so I do think that there's a change that's coming, a new beginning that's coming in the Magician. Kind of does point to that with the Knight of Wands. And it could be something that you've manifested quite some time ago, and it was at a time where you may have spent some time alone and said, you know what, this is what I want for myself. This is what I'm going to be doing for myself with the Hermit card, the Hermit energy here. You may be under the tutelage of somebody right now with the Hermit energy, or this could be your higher self. Again, the Hermit does represent Virgo, but I often see this as, you know, when the student is ready, the teacher appears kind of energy. And so, you know, you might be getting spiritual guidance from someone on some level, even if this is your higher self. So let's go ahead and start to clarify this, you guys. This became quite spiritual quite fast. So although manifesting definitely there's abundance, but I think that this is about you guys bringing in something, and having, I'm hearing reclaiming my time as well. So this is, something that's much more powerful than a day-to-day business kind of job thing, Spirit, what's the Hermit here for? Okay, we're going to use a Starseed Oracle. This is by Rebecca Campbell. Starbathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission and activation. And it's funny because she's doing the same thing. She's starbathing out here with the northern lights that are around her. So this could be something that you have been thinking about doing, and just laying out underneath the stars, especially with where I am in the northern hemisphere, wanting to be out beneath the stars on a spring evening. Sounds absolutely lovely. But this could also just be about feeling like going within and activating a part of yourself that is connected to something higher than where you have been, or maybe you have already done this. The Hermit energy does kind of feel like you have been on this path for a while, and the Knight of Wands is changing into something that is more communal with the Magician, something that you have brought into yourself. Lost land, soul memories, and gifts. You've done this before. Yeah, this is definitely very, very, very powerful, you guys. This is a very spiritual reading right now. I think that a lot of you guys are on a path. I'm hearing of whimsy and joy. And so if you came here wondering like, oh, should I ask for a raise? Like, this is not the reading right now that's going to answer that. I think that you have a higher calling and a higher power and a higher purpose. And so if you are not in a job that brings you joy and purpose, then you might not, and this might be your reading, because it could be like, hey, right now, are you happy? Are you doing something that brings you joy? Are you doing something that brings you community? Are you doing something that is manifesting abundance for you and those around you? Because that's where it looks like you are headed for sure. I can't help but think of dancing and drums, and I'm also hearing allowing and surrender at the same time. So there is a calling occurring, and Virgo, I feel like you are answering it. So, Knight of Wands, Spirit. Shaman's Journey. This is the Shaman's Dream, which is by Colette Baron Reid. Almost. Thank you. The Disowned Self. The colors here are just like so dead on, experiencing life as it comes. I think that you guys came out of, before you went into hermit mode, Root Girl was where you were. And Root Girl is this, she's so frightened and she's so afraid to actually see herself for what she feels like she was. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like to see, herself as afraid at any point. She doesn't like to see herself as the fear that once was there. And there is this idea that she disconnected herself from that because she identified as the fear. And I think that you did. And I think that that was a long time ago. And I think that you went through your hermit journey. And you're being brought out of that. And every once in a while, you might click back into your root. And again, you guys, I don't really use gender. So if you don't identify as a girl, like you could still be a root person. You could have disowned, a part of yourself because you identified it as a scarier or not, you know, a pleasant part of your time, but you are not that emotion, you are not that feeling. And you got yourself to this point, and you went through your hermit journey, and you got to a point where you are in communication with your highest good and your highest self. Things are changing for you, but I do see that sometimes you do go back to your root, your fear, and you are not that fear, okay? Yeah, so the bottom of the deck has the divine feminine, and Spirit is like, remember that you are not the root girl, you are not the disowned self, you are not the fear that you identified as, you are the divine feminine. And even if you are a masculine right now as a Virgo, I just, you know, the Virgo is, you know, the maiden in, you know, the archetype. So the young, feminine before, you know, before she's, you know, becomes the crone. Like, she's not me right now. Before she's like, F this, F that, F everything. She's much nicer, and she feels like she, you know, is here to serve her community still. The Magician, please, Spirit. Energy Oracle. Okay. Okay. The Garden and the Gate. Yeah, you guys are going through. So this was definitely, oh yay, in the 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron, who is my homie. I love him. So wonderful, wonderful angel to support you through this journey. Very powerful, and for them to show up for you is to say that it's time for you to walk through the gate. You're no longer in this hermit mode. You're no longer in this journey alone. It is time for you to open up to your community. It is time for you to accept guidance from a magician, from someone who has all of the tools available, and walk through the gate. You have the tools yourself. She has this key right around her neck here, and although the garden is absolutely gorgeous and it's beautiful, there's so much adventure waiting for you, Virgo, and it is time for you to take that leap. Okay, so one more beautiful message for my beautiful Virgos. Okay. Yep, keep your head down and just do your job. This root girl could be someone that's around you. This could be someone who acts out of fear, who acts out of their own trauma, and while you act out of your joy, you know, this could be a reflection. The universe could be showing them, you know, and you, that, you know, there's a time that you also held on to your fear, and now there's somebody around you who looks to you and might be acting out. This is not your responsibility, by the way, you guys. I'm only pointing this out, and the universe only points this out to say, like, although it is okay for you to protect yourself, it is okay for you to shield yourself from bad behavior from other people, just keep in mind that sometimes other people are coming from hurt places as well. Okay? Yeah, bottom of the deck is take a break. You know, I think that this is also from the Garden and the Gate. Maybe you should take a vacation. The Hermit journey can be talking about a solo trip, by the way, you guys. So if you've been thinking about it with the Knight of Wands, that's definitely a thing that you could be doing. So think about it. Think about it. All right, so let's move into love, Virgo. Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so we are going to use Modern Love. There's a lot. Okay. It's by Ethany for Virgo. Please, Spirit, what's going on next 7 days for Virgo? Page of Swords. Be a little spying going on. Page of Swords is a very curious cat. likes to know what's going on. So there could be someone around you who digs you, that is looking into you, or that could be you. You might have found someone who you're interested in, and so you're doing some pre-work. Four of Swords, I have a friend like that, who as soon as I am interested in someone, she's like, oh, what's his name? Let's look his Facebook. I'm like, I'm not telling you. I do not want you to go and look up his Facebook. Also an Earth sign. Four of Swords. The High Priestess, wonderful. Mostly because you probably already know a lot. You guys are also very psychic with the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Swords here. Fours, you know, signify some form of stability, but you guys are being told to take a break again. This is the, third time so far that this is being told to you. So if you don't have it planned out, if you're not able to take like a physical break and go on vacation or a staycation, you know, this could be a really good time to learn how to meditate with the High Priestess coming up here. Maybe some yoga, daily, you know, morning yoga, or like, you know, a yoga pose that only takes like a few minutes. There's also a pose that I love that's called a superhero pose, and it's like literally just standing with your hips or your legs a little bit wider than your hips, and your hands on your hips like a superhero does, and like just holding that for a while before you have to go and do something that's a little bit hard, okay? Because it just empowers you. It's a very empowering pose. But there's nothing bad here, by the way, with the Four of Pentacles. I'm just saying that you need to take a break. Is coming up, you know, it's coming up. With the Four of Pentacles there could have been some, especially in this deck, it does remind me a lot of like possessiveness, someone who likes to hold on to something that they deem as theirs. In the traditional tarot, sometimes people call it the miser card, that person tends to be greedy. I also see it though as like someone who holds on to their resources. So I don't always see it as a bad thing, you know, like someone, especially, it does come up for me when I'm not saving my money and I should be saving my money, you know, so it's not always a bad thing. But in this case, I kind of feel like, you could have come out of something that there was some possessiveness. And so, you know, because of that, with the Page of Swords here, you are trying to avoid that. You're like, let me just mind my P's and Q's here and make sure that like this new person isn't weird like the last person. So that's probably why you're doing a little bit more homework, and you want to make sure they're on the up and up. And I do feel with the High Priestess here that you are going to make sure that they are, you know, okay, Spirit said worthy, and I was like, are we using that word? Okay. You know, it came up with Taurus too, and I was like, damn, we just coming for these potential partners. You know, you're not messing around anymore, and you know, you would rather, with this Four of Swords, like she's like, I would rather be at peace and by myself and on my vacation than messing around with someone who is possessive, who's going to be checking my phone and, you know, making sure that I'm where I say I am and whatever, like some bullshit, you know. The High Priestess knows her worth, and the High Priestess is dialed into source, and she's just like, I only want that. I only want someone who is on my level. So let's start to clarify, you guys. Virgo, please, Spirit. Page of Swords. Whoa. Thank you. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So I get that. Like, you definitely have your guard up a little bit, and you're making sure that, you know, someone is not the asshole that was before. Totally fine. Just be sure that, like, you aren't comparing everyone. Like, not everyone's going to be a dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everyone. There are good people out there. If you are allowed to exist as a good person, then the law of the universe means that there is an equal and opposite reaction to you. I'm just checking this storm right now and making sure that, like, it's not coming for me. But, like, you guys, there is someone out there for you, okay? So just know that, and don't I want to make sure that you're not out there like mad before you have a reason to be mad. Don't be mad at the new person because of what the old person did either, okay? Four of Swords, please, Spirit. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it's only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Yeah, I also think that this is based on something in the past, but if there is someone that is trying to guilt trip you, then F them too. But I also, this could be like a friend as well. I'm like hearing like someone that's like, oh, you should give them a chance. Like, why? Because you would, like, do you guys have friends that like just date because they have to date? Because I'm kind of getting that vibe. So don't do it because someone else thinks that you should. Like, do it if you feel like you need to, okay? But no other reason. The High Priestess, please, Spirit. Could be a parent too, or like a, yep, there's a new beginning, and the High Priestess is saying we're holding out for that new beginning. We only want what's right for us, period. Look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. Like, Spirit wants to make sure that like we're going back to that whole like don't feel that someone new is going to be just like the old person, okay? Like, if you are harboring these feelings towards a new person, Spirit really wants you to get to the root of why that is, okay? I think that that is just for some of you and not for everybody though, so take it only if it resonates. Jeez, it got so dark here. This storm is crazy. Children may be involved with the Page of Swords. They could be childlike, or there could be kids that are involved. And sometimes, okay, hold on just a second. I need to take a sip because this is a big one, you guys. I feel like for some of you, you may have met someone, and I'm literally getting a Virgo that's like doing a lot of digging on someone because you're like, why haven't they texted me back? And like, you just met them, Virgo. Like, I feel like you just met them and they haven't texted you back because like their kids have their phone or something. Like, it's literally, this is so funny, but this is literally what I saw is like a kid with the phone, and then like your message pops up, but they're watching a YouTube and they just like swipe your message away. So I'm sorry, but like, I feel like that's happening for one of you at least. And I just think that you need to know that. No, sorry. I think it's fine. I don't have kids, so I think it's funny. It's awful. But I hope that like you're not sitting there stewing. And so for some of you guys, like that's going to be really funny to you. And I think for some of you, you're going to be like, oh, hell no. But my bad. Attraction. Yeah, Spirit is saying like when you pull yourself away and don't like really put so much energy into like figuring out why, this is just for the one person. There is attraction for someone else, but I want to address the one person I just was speaking to. Like, pull yourself out of this and like stop trying to figure out like why somebody's not texting you, because I think it's a really innocent reason. And as soon as you pull your energy away and start to focus on like the self-care like this lady has right now, like if you have a pool, first of all, sweet, but like, you know, just take a time to meditate or yoga or like go to the gym, whatever it is that is self-care for you. Like that is going to like pull that person's energy back in. Okay. And for everybody else, like I do feel like you're moving into something that's like, once you aren't concentrating so much on, like the mental work of like trying to find another partner, there's like a lot of thought into finding another partner for some of you. And I think that once you pull yourself out of that, like you're going to bring somebody in. High Priestess. That's too many. Okay, but I'm going to put, okay, worth waiting for and engagement. And then at the bottom of the deck is separation. So for some of you, I'm getting like, this could be someone who is far away with worth waiting for an engagement. So this could be someone that's far away that you know they are worth waiting for. You know that it is worth taking the steps to move towards a higher level of commitment with them, but it's going to take time to actually be in a physical union with them for a while. Okay? Now it's up to you, because Spirit is like, the High Priestess don't need no man. Okay? The High Priestess doesn't need another person. The High Priestess is good on their own. And so this is up to you. The High Priestess is trying to tell you, though, that like you'd be fine if you want to wait for the right person. You would be fine. Okay? So don't worry. Wow, the way that came out. Soulmates, soul connection, partnership agreement, and soul contract. It's very, very possible, Virgo. And it gotta, like, your soulmate probably does already have kids if you are not in a union right now, or you have kids, like, and this is just something that is like part and parcel. Like, if you are looking for love, that this is part of it. Or it could be that, I'm getting for some of you that like your soulmate is just got like, you know, although I feel like there's like an old soul, but like very old souls, if you've met like a very old soul that also still have like a very childlike nature, and it's very like, it's cool. Like, it's very, very fun, because, that is the truth. Like an old soul knows that, there's wisdom in not knowing. Okay. But what I'm saying is basically, I think that your soulmate is a child at heart as well, and that's a way to recognize them. There's separation again. So I do think for some of you that you guys are not physically in the same place, but the attraction is very, very strong. Like, I cannot help but look at like how great this lady looks in her bathing suit. And so your person is like, damn, like, I wish I could be there, but like right now is not the time. So while we are not together, make sure that you're still taking care of yourself. Like, make sure, and that's not your person. That's like this, like Spirit saying like self-care, like take care of you, like meditate, you know, heal, do your work and concentrate on you. You know, don't worry so much. The separation isn't something that you can fix right now, and so worrying about it isn't gonna fix it. You know what I'm saying? God, I hope so. I think Mercury went into Aries, and so I'm just like popping off. Kisses has been and like popping out for so many people, and I do shuffle, you guys. I really do. Bottom of the deck is camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception. So I do think that you guys are in separation. You do have somebody that is physically not with you. But the thing is that Spirit is like, you're strong enough. Like this High Priestess energy is this like very divine feminine, but she does not need to be with anybody physically. Like, she's like, I'm good. I can do this without, this is all worth it. Trust me. I love it. I love this for you. And I do think that you are moving into this unconditional love, giving and receiving affection and falling in love. This is happening. But you know, you guys are going to be fine, but there's a physical separation that you shouldn't wallow in and dwell on. Okay? One more message of love for Virgo before this storm hits me in the face. I should have been better to you when I had the chance. And we aren't worried about you in love. This is the plan. This is from your highest self. This is from the High Priestess. This is from your ancestors. They are not worried about you in love. This is the plan. So somebody who should have been good to you is also trying to tell you that, and you probably know exactly who they are. In the bottom of the deck is false twin flame. So there's somebody that you thought was the one. They know they fucked up, is basically what it is. And Spirit right now, your Spirit squad is saying, don't worry about them. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the separation, because this is all part of the plan. Okay? Take care of you. This is all part of the plan. And one more message from your spirit squad. Wow, that was fast. Ask us. Ask your spiritual squad. They want to help. And step into your purpose. It's time. It sounds to me, you guys, with the first part of your reading that was very, very highly spiritual, that is so much a part of your purpose and your plan, that your spirit squad really wants you to concentrate on like how powerful that part of your purpose is. And everything else is just going to fall right into that in the right time, in divine timing. Okay? You have a soulmate here. You have unconditional love here. It is all happening. There is a separation, it looks like, but that is going to clear. Okay? Virgo, this is what I have for you. I hope that it resonated. If it did, I would love a huge thumbs up. Comment down below and make sure that you are subscribed if you haven't already done so. Join me on Discord if you would like to have a discussion about this. The Discord link is below, and you can also book a reading with me through Discord as well if you want to talk more specifically about any part of these readings. Okay, book readings with me directly, and I do have a couple of appointments this week that are open, but I will be taking the weekend off. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.